Is it an
making it
IPA?
bad. It's close to an IPA.
Okay, that makes more sense. Yeah, don't never compare nothing to Budweiser.
Yeah. Oh no.
Liquid piss right there in a can.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, I never liked Budweiser in the States. When I was in the States, I was like Miller or Miller Lite or like Miller Genuine Draft.
All right,
And
I like.
then when I moved up here, they didn't have Miller products up here.
I do know that. One of my buddies used to. Um, he lived really close to the border. And he used to get his tobacco and his alcohol on the other side of the border.
Yeah,
I
yeah. They just started serving Miller and Miller Genuine Draft up here. Geez, probably less than a year ago.
Is there any good local breweries up there?
Actually, where I live, there's like two brand new local breweries, and they do like all craft beers.
I mean, I'm not against. I mean, it has to be dark, but I ain't against craft beers.
Well, there's one brewery they just did a it's like an IPA stout. They're kind of
Ooh,
crossbreeding shit now.
I like the sound of that.
It's
If I can't have a stout, then IPAs are like my next closest thing. I mean, I'm not a huge beer drinker. I mean, like I said, if I drink beer, it's Guinness tenfold. Except if I can find something
yeah.
cheaper that tastes better, then I will jump ship like whoever wants to jump ships.
Yeah, like they're experimenting with flavors of beer now, like blueberry ale and
Oh,
strawberry,
nope.
and blackberry, and
Uh-uh. Nope.
yeah,
That no. If I want that, I'll just get some Kool-Aid and mix it with some whiskey or something.
yeah. I mean
But
the blueberry one, it doesn't taste that bad, but
I bet
geez,
it
they do.
don't. It's just the simple fact it's a beer, and then you're adding that kind of. I don't know. Like I said, that's the reason I think I'm more of Guinness is because of its strong taste. I literally cannot touch like Miller, Budweiser, any of the like ones that you see advertised left and right. I cannot touch them. If it's light, like I'll put it this way, I hate Budweiser, but I would drink a Budweiser before the one that starts with a C.
Coors.
Uh, oh yeah, I do that too. But no, it's down here we call it the Mexican beer because that's all the
Oh,
uh,
Corona.
Corona.
Okay, yeah,
Uh,
then I'm out because I it's been like 3 years since I was down in the States, so like I know that everything has changed in that time.
yeah, it's just oh no. How long do you have to be up there to be a legal citizen?
Well, actually, I'm a dual citizen because my mother was Canadian and my father was American.
Ah, so you didn't even have to worry about that.
No,
So were you raised in Canada or raised in the States?
I was actually raised in the States.
And then ironically go back to Canada later.
I didn't have a choice with that. That was a transfer with work because after I finished 15 years working with MGM Grand, I started with the Fairmont Company,
Hmm.
and they were in the process of buying Delta Hotel. Well, it's Canadian Pacific Hotels up here at the time, and they were phasing all the Delta hotels, the Delta name in.
Hmm.
So I was part of the transition team, and I had to go all across Canada to every one of the hotels to go and bring them up, bring the kitchen up to speed.
So are you like a
And I
chef or
land.
just like the manager of it?
as a executive. Well, I guess at that time I was like an acting corporate chef.
So, in
Uh,
just a simple way to put that, you can probably cook pretty good then.
27 years at it.
So yeah, you're basically a chef. Awesome.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, I got my my culinary degree in New Mexico, down in Santa Fe College,
Hmm.
because I took my 2 years culinary arts, got on with MGM for my OJT, and then they paid for my culinary management degree.
Ah, that would explain why you have to work on Sundays now.
Well, I would actually rather work the weekends, because then that way the other days that I have off, I can actually pay bills or.
That is true. That is true. I've been debating for a pretty good while to just move to Canada. Mainly now, presidential wise, I'm really considering it.
Yeah, we're seeing everything happen up here in Canada. It's like, okay,
Get ready
this
to
is gonna be a
close
good
your
one.
get ready to close your walls off because you got a lot of Americans coming up there to steal your bacon.
Oh yeah, well, it's just like right now, like I get to do the advanced what they call the absentee ballot,
Hmm.
and it's basically right now it's which one is the lesser of the two evils.
Three, if you're independent,
That's true.
and slowly that independent's looking a lot nicer than the other two.
Yeah. Well, see, when I was down in Vegas, I met the Clintons because I actually cooked for Bill, and I actually really liked Bill. He was just so down to earth. Like he would stop in the kitchen just out of nowhere to say hi because he was bored.
Oh yeah, like I mean, I can't really say I like Bill, but it's mainly because when he was president, a year later, I was a year old. So I mean, I don't know. I just remember I didn't like Bush, and I was like, oh, I like this guy before Bush. We need him more. This is before I knew they could only serve 8 years.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. He always seemed nice. He was from the as Jerry Jones, the owner of the Cowboys, say, he just wanted them boys.
Oh yeah. Like we were kind of brief when he was coming down because he was doing I don't know if he was actually doing his usual like the run the usual smooth thing before he started running, or it was I think he was just down on tour or vacation or whatever the hell it was, and we had to go through security checks and everything else, and that was just a pain in the ass to do. But after going through Bush Senior, it was like, all right, this is gonna be fun. And then um, he come down, and like when Bush Senior came in, he was like very rude and ignorant to everyone, and we just kind of figured, okay, well, if Clinton does it, oh well, he's the president. What the hell are we gonna say to him? And we got all the briefing from the CIA and Secret Service and everything of what we could do, what we can't, and they were like, don't be surprised if you see him walk in the kitchen at like 2 o'clock in the morning saying he's hungry. And then all the time he was there for that whole week, I had to be in the hotel just in case he got hungry.
That paycheck sounds pretty nice. or salary
Oh yeah.
bonus?
Oh
I don't.
no, it was I wasn't stupid. I went straight hours.
Okay. Well, I was figuring, depending in that, if you're a culinary, I don't know if they do hours or if you're automatically a salary.
Usually management gets salary in that, but I knew what kind of like because I was on call 24/7 every day of the year, so that was just part of the deal with the running the kitchen and everything because we were open like the 24-hour days, and I had to be in house for Clinton, and sure enough, probably about like 2 o'clock in the morning, I get a phone call, and I'm like, "What do you want?" And he's like, "Hi." He goes, "This is Slick Bill," and I was like, "What?" He's like, "Slick Bill," and I was thinking, I was like, thinking it was like the CEO of the company because he'd do this stupid shit all the time, and I'd be like, "Steve, if this is you, I'm going to your office. I'm going to beat you to death." And he's like, "No, it's President Clinton." And I was like, "Are you sure?" He's like, yeah, that's what my underwear says." And I was like, "Your underwear says President Clinton." And he stopped. He started laughing. He's like, "I was told to get in touch with you if I was hungry." And I'm like, yeah, what do you want? And he goes, "Do you know how to make a Big Mac?" And I was like, kinda, yeah, I guess so. "Well, can you make me a Big Mac?" "Sure, what the hell?" I was like, "Give me like 10 minutes to get down to the kitchen and change and that." And he goes, um, "Can I come down with you?" I was like, "You're the president. Am I going to say no to you?" And he's like, "Probably not." And I was like, "Okay, well, I guess you're coming down then." "Okay, I'll meet you down there in 10." And he just ended up talking the friggin' ear off me for all the time he was there. And he was just like such a nice guy. And she was a bitch. He's like, "I had to get out of the hotel room." He goes, "The wife is driving me crazy." Yeah, I looked at him. I said, "Oh," I said, "you poor man." I was like, "He must have an awful strong disposition to put up with her."
2 months later, we all know what happened. He found his new disposition.
Oh yeah, yeah. But like for the whole week he was there, he was always like, "All right, well, what's good to do?" Be like, "Do you gamble?" He's like, "I'm not allowed to gamble." I'm like, "Well, I guess you're shit out of luck then."
It's like one of my friends. His dad was the governor. And it was funny. I forgot. I think we went to a casino and they were protected him, blah blah blah, and he asked one of the guys, "What's the best thing around here to do?" And basically what you said. It was just it was like, well, can't do that. Dude said, "Well, you're
Yeah.
that's out of luck." Yeah, it's like when I mean, I don't care what people say, but my debate team, we met Obama in my senior year of high school, and I mean, nicest guy ever. Like they're like, "Oh, don't ask him, anything that ain't on the words that you can ask him and all that." And I just asked him up front. I was like, "Can I just ask you a question that ain't on this piece of paper?" And he looked at that piece of paper and he looked back at one of the people and he just ripped the paper. And so we just got to shoot the wind with him.
Oh yeah. Yeah, because like when I was down in Vegas, I cooked for the two Bushes and I cooked for Clinton. And I
Man,
remember
you could have had the